Hello and welcome back to Pin My Podfics. This will be the reading of Chapter 12 from the fic called I'll Bleed Wherever I Want to Bitch by TanaraRay. Now, this time I decided to not record in my closet, so if you hear any background noise, no you don't. Now, on to the chapter. Katsuki looks like he saw a ghost. Jason can't relate because he just saw literal sparks fly out of the kid's hands. But he seems to be more disturbed by his own reflection, which is actually also understandable because not many people can say their hair loses color faster than they can walk. Jason thought the kid dyed his hair when he first saw the roots. It's a bit weird because he's Asian and Asians aren't usually blonde, but maybe that's one of those dimension or gene things. But now the kid seems just as freaked out as they are. So Jason is beginning to doubt that theory. When Duke texted an emergency to the family group chat, he really didn't expect this. Sure, it's great to finally get some backstory, but it doesn't sound like a nice one, which was to be expected, really. With the way the kid's been acting and how this is happening, and Jason has no idea how to deal with it. Kid? The fuck's going on? He turns around and Jason has half a mind to put some distance between them because the feral grin splitting his face is uncomfortably reminiscent of Harley Quinn. Fuck yeah! Katsuki breathes, and then the sparks start up again. No, seriously, what the fuck? Duke demands, hands up like he can somehow catch the sparks before they light up anything up. It looks stupid, and Jason would be a bad big brother if he didn't laugh. Katsuki laughs too, but definitely for a different reason. He's eyeing the sparks like they're the best thing that ever happened to him, and not something most likely the result of those meta experiments replacement was so convinced of. Fuck yes! Do you know what this means? He borderline shouts, a manic kind of euphoria cracking his voice. Do you know what this fucking means? No. That's why we're asking. Steph deadpans, and Katsuki turns to her. My quirk's coming back. My quirk and my body are coming back. For fuck's sake, it's coming back. It's not as helpful as he thinks it is. Okay, what? What's a quirk, and what do you mean your body's coming back? What? Duke is speaking out of Jason's heart. But now Katsuki seems to register his own words, and he obviously doesn't like it. Fuck. He starts pacing, hands still sparking. The frown the realization gave him getting eaten by another smile. Jason, for the life of him, cannot figure out if he's having a psychotic break, has a personality disorder, or took drugs. Because that right there does not look emotionally healthy. Fuck, I don't even care because this means I can leave. This means I can come back. For fuck's sake. This means there's still a connection. There has to be, he rambles. And he sounds hopeful. Happy in a way Jason hadn't seen him before. He can't say he likes it. That sounds bad, but he knows that kind of happiness. It's the highest of high that will always inevitably crash into the lowest low. It's hope. Jason doesn't do hope. Every time hope enters a game, he loses. Miserably. He doesn't want Katsuki to lose. He has a feeling he's not good at it. Could you, explain a bit? 'Cause I don't understand shit, dude. Duke requests. He doesn't seem to like the mania emanating from the kid either. Fuck it, Katsuki mutters under his breath, still grinning, and turns towards them. Almost everyone in my universe has a quirk, or, a superpower. Some are weak and useless, but mine, for example, is really fucking strong. Explosions, basically. There's more to it, but you have to be good at chemistry for that, and I'm not explaining that to a bunch of morons like you. Wait, you're a meta? Duke chimes in. He's rewarded with a scathing glare. Fucking obviously, Katsuki scoffs. Been this way since I was 4. If y'all want to throw me out for it, go for it. I don't care anymore. Steph whines. No, you're fine. Pretty sure B would make another exception for you. Whatever. I already said I don't care. I don't need you, because if my quirk and my body are coming back, then that means I can too. I can go home. There's a connection. Wait, hold up, wait. You still haven't explained the whole body thing. Jason interrupts, partly because he wants to know, and partly because he can't stand hearing the hopeful ramblings. The kid always seems so jaded, so disillusioned, that hearing him like this feels wrong somehow. This isn't my body. I look different. I have some biological changes in my body for my quirk, all of that. But it's coming back, like my hair and shit. You can see the roots, he explains. Jason, no. He doesn't know how to deal with this. What does that mean? Is it really the good sign Katsuki is taking it for? Because from where Jason is standing, that looks more like more of the kid is in this universe and less of him over there. Wait, so you don't have black hair? Steph asks, a grin spreading on her face. No, I'm blonde, Katsuki replies, bemused. Steph fist pumps. Fuck yes! That means you're joining me. A club of not really family but still somehow family blondes. I'm not adopted. Dated Tim for a while. Would be kind of weird, Don't even really live here. Katsuki stares at her for a good few seconds, processing. Okay? I don't care. I mean, bad taste on your side, but I guess you make mistakes. Jason has to give it to him. His burns hit hard. He needs a few seconds to compose himself and vows to mention this to replacement at earliest convenience. That won't save him, right? As soon as Bruce hears about the war and everything, he'll probably try to drown him in bubble wrap. Duke laughs. He's not wrong, it's the thing. Jason himself would actually like to do the same, and he's not actually usually prone to giving more than 2 fucks. Child soldiers, a fucking war, and the kid's blaming himself or something. He's not really getting all of that. Or whatever his name was. He blames himself for his retirement and subsequent inability to help in a war. Jason doesn't want to know what a war in a universe of metas would look like. Actually, yeah. What was that about a war? Steph questions. The mood immediately plummets. A war is a war. What's so hard to understand about that? The villains are going all crazy, and we have to stop them. I was fighting one of them before I came here. I don't know how that went. He trails off, pacing abandoned, in favor of a weird, somber mood that doesn't fit him at all. Jason is almost afraid to ask. Is that why you should be dead? Katsuki tenses. Yeah, I don't think that shit was survivable. Fuck, release. Sounds really fucking familiar, doesn't it? He remembers it like yesterday, waking up, crawling out of his own grave. The shit that happened before that, the Joker, he remembers it all and he wishes that he didn't. So he sees that look in Duke's eyes, and he wants to grab him, shake him, slap a hand over his mouth to prevent those next words that will undoubtedly come, but he's too late. So, if you're dead there, can you even come back? He can see Katsuki shot down in real time. First, his shoulders tense, jaw up to his ears. Then his jaw tightens. Lets the feral grin vanish like it was never there. His hands spark, then form fists, and then an ice-cold sheen falls over his eyes. Get out! Somehow, the frigid rage in his tone is more intimidating than his fire ever managed to be. Jason knows that rage, intimately, succumbed to it one too many times to be stupid enough to stay. He knows what happens now, has done it so many times before. He grabs his helmet off the bed, snatches Duke by the arm, and jerks his chin towards the door with a look at Steph. She follows without protest. gently closing the door behind her. They collectively wait in the hallway for a second. Nothing. Not even a sound. It doesn't fit. Jason would be 3 bodies deep into pit rage by now. Then, a bang. Duke flinches. Another bang, louder, and then a loud "fuck!" Jason breathes out, beckons the others down the hall. He turns to his younger brother. In what world was that the smart thing to say? Duke winces. Yeah, I know, sorry. Didn't really think about it in the moment. I can tell. Jason sighs. It really looked like progress there for a second. Katsuki was opening up, telling them about his life, his dimension. If that was Jason there, there'd be the bodies. Here's to hoping the kid has better coping mechanisms than him. With what they've seen so far, the probability of that is pathetically low, though. Let's go to the living room, Steph says to Duke, and then turns to Jason. You should probably get out of your gear. You fucking stink, man. Oh, fuck off, he grumbles, and takes a surreptitious sniff. Unsurprisingly, she's right. Sighing, he gets on his way, raising his middle finger when he hears them cackle behind him. Fucking children. No respect for their elders. He makes his way to the cave and tries not to think about what's probably going on in Katsuki's room right now. He's been so euphoric, so fucking happy, so hopeful. The crash should be fucking horrendous. Jason just prays he won't do anything stupid. Fuck, who is he kidding? If that was him, yeah, no. He'd be rubbing together 2 brain cells max. He doesn't even want to think about it, no. He wants to punch something hard. Fuck that shower for now. He needs a bit of training right now. Some boxing. He gets out of the outer layer of his gear in the cave, just drops his helmet, guns, leather jacket, and utility belt next to the mats, and picks the heaviest boxing bag there is. It's good to just turn off his brain and just feel for a while. All that rage, that anger, that fucking unwelcome empathy for the fucking child currently living rent-free in his thoughts. Time passes. Rationally, he knows that. Still, it feels like he's been doing this for 10 minutes at most, until someone bothers him again. He hears shuffling behind him. Quite enough if the listener wasn't a bat. He turns around to find the ghost haunting his every thought, a scant 2 meters away from him, staring. How in the fresh fuck Katsuki got down here, and why in the ever fresher fuck did he did it? Jason will never know. Cause to the question, the fuck you doing here? He gets, wanna spar? Yeah. So, looks like that body happening today will be his. Great. You're uninjured, he points out. Pretty sure Alfred would have my head if I so much as breathed too heavy in your direction. Katsuki scoffs. Doesn't look like I care about your fucking head. Touché, Jason says, and gives up on the boxing bag for the day. Katsuki steps onto the mats with square shoulders and that practically screams, whoever fights me will be my emotional punching bag in more than one sense. Or rather, I have issues, and I'm about to make them your problem. Jason squares his own shoulders in turn, but for a different reason. What he's about to ask has a 50-50 chance of either being a total disaster or the smallest deal to ever deal. Any triggers I should avoid? He gets a blank stare for that. At least, not a full crash out, but not really all that reassuring either. The fuck? Jason sighs. For fuck's sake. Do you have a move that I shouldn't pull? I don't like blunt objects in sparring. One of my brothers doesn't do well with swords. I have a friend who can't stand arm locks. The goal here isn't to win at any cost, it's to get better. And triggering a panic attack won't achieve that. The stare doesn't get any less blank. That's pussy shit. Villains won't avoid your weak points. They'll target them if you don't confront it. You won't get better. I need to be the best. I can't afford you babying me. Oh fuck. Oh, please no. Jason is not equipped for this. He's not the person to have the mental health talk with anyone. Let alone a repressed teenager with childhood trauma from a literal other dimension. Dick should be doing this. Dick knows how to do this. For fuck's sake, Dick managed to make Demon Brat open up. There's no way in hell this little shit stands a chance against his puppy eyes of devoted love and reassurance. Copyright pending. I'm not the right person for this at all because I prefer to hit my problems 99% of the time. But I can guarantee you that what you just said is not the right mindset. I don't give a fuck, just fight me. Katsuki growls, hands up in his offensive stance. Jason sighs. I'm not fighting you like this. Yes, the fuck you are. Now, hit me. No. Katsuki rolls his eyes and he lunges. Goes right for Jason's torso like he's fighting some rookie. He isn't. He's fighting the fucking Red Hood. Or not, because the Red Hood doesn't want to fight at all. He dodges. Spends a few minutes leading the kid all over the mats before he deems it enough and tries to catch his breath. The kid's fucking fast, okay? And he was just out. Cut him some slack. Fight back, for fuck's sake! Katsuki shouts, rage flittering all over his face, panting like a fucking dog. Tell me what you don't want me to do. Jason reiterates. Ugh, fuck you! The kid shouts, but this time his resolve seems to weaken just a little. Jason waits. He's just about to start tapping his foot when the kid slumps. Fuck you, I don't want you anywhere near my neck, he mutters. Jason is vividly reminded of the mark on the kid's neck he so desperately hoped wasn't a scar and feels the hope folding like a wet paper towel. The chances of it being coincidence is basically 0. Fuck. Okay, sure, he says, voice somehow also fucking fortunately still steady. Fucking finally, pussy. The kid spits. They get in position and Jason waits for the other to strike first, which he does because he's predictable like that. He dodges without problem and then takes a swing itself, careful to not go with skull-shattering levels of force. The kid doesn't seem to have any reservations like that. If Jason hadn't still been wearing Kevlar, his ribs would be fine fucking dust right now. He goes for the torso like a rabid animal and he stays that way for the whole fucking spar. Hits and kicks are traded, and you'd think that Jason, with his size advantage, would somehow have any kind of upper hand here, but no sir, none of that. The kid is faster, he's rabid, and he's also horrifyingly flexible. Like his foot literally grazed Jason's cheek while they were both standing on the floor, kind of flexible. He could probably do the splits. He's a fucking freak of nature. Do men in that dimension just not have balls or hip bones or tendons? Anything at all that prevents Jason from so much as squatting too low? Like, he's used to Dick pulling shit like this, but Dick grew up in a fucking circus. That kid grew up in Japan in a fucking hero school. They are not the same. In the end, Katsuki loses. He's still hurt, still not at his best, and also so chock full of rage. There's not really all that much space for actual brain cells to enter the fight. He ends up pinned to the floor on his back with Jason's hand placed as far from his throat as possible, while still keeping him still. His face is a grimace of conflicting emotions. There's pain. There's obviously rage. There's a feral grin that looks just a tad too twisted to express any happiness at all. And there's fear. Jason doesn't like any of those. He lifts up a hand and grabs himself a water bottle, throws one in the kid's direction and winces when he hears it hit skin. Ow, fucker, Kusky complains. Can't fucking aim at all, you reek, by the way. Fucking children, seriously. You do too, bitch. I have a fucking excuse, you don't. The kid shoots back, and then Jason can only hear the gulping of someone absolutely demolishing a drink in 5 seconds flat. You also have injuries. Should probably check your stitches after this. It's not switching the topic. Shh. Fuck off. They're fine. Silence spreads. There's a fucking reason Jason isn't working in a fucking daycare, for fuck's sake. Actually, there are multiple. Most of them better reasons than this point, which is that he's not good with kids. That's actually maybe a bit of a lie, possibly. He's fine with kids. You know, the cute young kind that doesn't know shit yet. He hates teenagers. His own family has turned him off teenagers for a fucking lifetime. That right there is the worst kind of teenager. 16, traumatized as fuck, anger issues the size of fucking Jupiter, trust issues even bigger than that, and blonde. Jason hates to say that he's growing on him. And that was it for this chapter of I'll Be Wherever I Want to Bitch by TanaraRay. And this is so rushed, so ignore any minor, any minor mistakes, because when I make a fuck ton of mistakes, I just go blah, blah, blah in my recording. So yeah, if you don't hear any of that, well, that means because it's the best recording I have of that specific part of the fic. All right, so cut me some slack. I have found so much free time, but none of that free time it gives me the opportunity to even record, because my family, since it's summer, my family is also home, so I don't have time as that I usually did to record. Sure, I've had 3 recording sessions this week, one right now, another one yesterday I was recording in my closet, and another one on fucking Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And I was recording in my closet again. I don't know why I chose the closet, but the sound quality is good, okay? Don't judge me. We all know that the sound quality in closets are great for recording. So yeah, hydrate or die straight, I guess. And have a good night or day or whatever. I don't know, just hydrate, guys. Just drink your water and eat your food. And also, of course, and link will always be in the description. The description. I don't know why I said description. Description. And yeah, link will be in the description to the author and everything. So check them out. Hydrate or die straight, and bye.